It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news this morning, Wayne County School Superintendent Sean Kelly is going to join us on the world famous Butch and Bob Show to discuss the successful vote on the Board of Education's East Loss referendum, which passed Tuesday by a vote count of 922 yes votes to only 202 no votes. Only a 6% turnout of registered voters in the county, as Wayne County has 17,778 registered voters. Only 1,124 took the time to go vote in the referendum. Current East Loss is set to run out in June of 2024, but with the renewal of the referendum, money will continue to roll in over the next 5 years. It's projected to raise over $30 million. School system's top two projects are the building of an ROTC center and the building of a new agricultural center at the high school, where students can store their livestock on campus. Other monies will be used to purchase school buses, update technology, pay the remaining cost of the renovation of James E. Bacon Elementary School. Once again, School Superintendent Dr. Sean Kelly joined us this morning on the world famous Butch and Bob Show to discuss the passing of the East Loss referendum, which passed on Tuesday. Now that the school system's East Loss is passed, now the focus will turn to the county's SPLOST referendum, which voters will vote on either this November or March of next year. County SPLOST funds end also in June of 2024. County has to meet with the other three municipalities. Government officials, Jesup, and Scriven, determine where the SPLOST funds will be used. Courthouse security has been a big discussion. Also talk of a community center with a competitive pool. All that to be worked out when the government officials meet to determine what will be put in the referendum before the voting public. County has selected Chairman Kevin McCreary and Mike Gordon to be their representatives to negotiate with the Jesup, Odom, and Scriven officials. At the present time, there have not been any meetings set up at the time. Once again, the SPLOST referendum will vote on either November of this year or March of 2024. Legislative session continues in Atlanta. Big news Tuesday, Georgia Senate budget writers passed a spending plan for the upcoming year that would give state troopers, GBI investigators, and game wardens a raise of $6,000, while teachers and other state employees receive a $2,000 pay raise. Budget for fiscal year 2024 passed by the Senate Appropriations Committee now heads the chamber for its consideration. Lawmakers need to finalize a spending plan before they end their session next week. A full Senate vote will set up negotiations between the chambers. Senate leaders had extra money to spend after cutting about $105 million from the governor's proposal for University System of Georgia spending. That's essentially the same amount Kemp and lawmakers recently approved for a new electronic medical record system for the Medical College of Georgia, part of Augusta University. Senate proposal increases pay raises for some law enforcement staffers, such as troopers, from the $2,000 increase the governor proposed and $4,000 the House proposed to $6,000. Senate Appropriations Chairman Blake Tillery says the raises are aimed at retaining law enforcement and was funded by reducing the state money budgeted to train new state troopers. Tillery said on Tuesday, "We're not trying to single anyone out and make them more important than the others, but we're trying to recognize the hard work and the increased duties we placed on these individuals over the past 2 years." He says, "We believe keeping our experience in law enforcement matters, and he says there's a learning curve when we bring in new state troopers." In the fiscal year 2024 budget that the Senate writers passed includes a $1.25 million to open a Georgia State Patrol satellite post in Buckhead, Georgia, that would house up to 20 troopers from the Motor Unit and Nighthawks DUI Task Force. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Sheriff Chuck Mosley announces that on the afternoon of March 14th, the Patrol Division and Criminal Investigation Division members responded to a 911 call about a deceased person. The person was located in the wood area off Hortense Road. Body has been sent to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy and identification. No foul play suspected. Identity of the person is being withheld pending possible ID and notification next to kin, but the Sheriff's Department asking if anyone has any information regarding the incident to call the Sheriff's Department at 912-427-5970, extension 1304. Jesup City Commissioners met Tuesday evening. Once again, the commissioners presented with an animal complaint. A few weeks ago it was about chickens. Tuesday night was about cats at the corner of Plum and Palm Streets. John Rogers, who's appeared before the council in the past with the same issue, telling the commissioners about the constant unsanitary conditions around his house. This woman continues to feed the cats but doesn't own the cats as pets. Rogers says he's dealt with this issue for years, and his neighbors were on hand to back up his complaint and agreed it's a major issue. City Attorney Michael Connor says the woman's been cited by the city more than 20 times, but she continues to pay the fine. Again, he says she's paid thousands of dollars in fines rather than stop feeding the animals. City Manager Rose Marcus says this is attempting to remedy the situation, and they're in the process of pursuing a nuisance action. It was stated at the meeting that the woman in question lives in a travel trailer and not a house, and they state it's against the city's ordinance. Once again, this isn't the first time John Rogers has appeared at the council meeting with the same problem. He states he's been seeking help with this issue for about 30 years. Once again, the area at the corner of Plum and Palm Streets. Reminder, the Altamar River Run, which was originally scheduled for this weekend, has been postponed. It's been rescheduled for April the 1st due to the high river level. River levels being monitored during this postponement to ensure the safety of the paddlers. And the Wayne County Board of Tourism getting ready for their inaugural Jesup Porch Fest, a music festival held on the porches of lawns of historic homes and churches in the old-time neighborhood of Jesup, bordered by Brunswick Bay, Wayne, and Plum Streets. It's set for April 22nd from 2 to 5 p.m. Local musicians will be performing, allowing visitors to enjoy music from different venues, traveling by golf carts, bicycles, or on foot between the different host sites. Modeled after Porch Fest from around the country, more closely by Brunswick's event. This event will spotlight local talents as well as Jesup's local history. In this first year, the Porch Fest committee plans to feature 12 sites with 12 performers. A map with times, places, and designated parking areas will be available for visitors. An information tent will be set up at the corner of Brunswick and Plum Streets, adjacent to First Baptist Church. Anyone interested in performing or need more information should contact Heather Altman at the Wayne County Board of Tourism office. That number is 912-427-3233. Then come by the Jesup Train Depot. Jesup Porch Fest again set for Saturday, April 22nd from 2 to 5 p.m. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes news, 6th Annual Appling County Law Enforcement and First Responder Expo set for April the 5th, Appling County Ag Center, 10 to 3 p.m. Lunch conference at the Appling County Sheriff's Office. Again, Appling County Sheriff Mark Belton is going to join us on the World Famous Butch and Bob Show on March the 31st. The night of the race is set for Chamber of Commerce 14th Annual Taste of Wayne, Thursday, April 13th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College. And tickets are still available at the Chamber. Call the Chamber at 427-2028. And this weekend, the first annual Steppin' Out Gala for Wayne County, Black Tie Benefit for Youth Enrichment and Community Empowerment, set for Saturday, March 25th from 6 to 10 p.m., taking place at Coastal Pines Technical College. Again, tickets are $75 each. If you need more information or tickets, contact Wayne Empowerment Association at 912-427-3179. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.